If we're lucky, 2 runs should bring us over the line for the true end. If we're lucky. We've got to get exactly Artemis, Athena, Ares, and another god who is, I think, Aphrodite. And it's a shield run, which means we're definitely grabbing Zeus, because I want this over the line. Yeah, it's already done. I planned it. And Calisthenics, 3 extreme measures, jury summons. Oh. Yeah, we only need 7, so we can take off Calisthenics or jury summons. Yeah, let's go with less people. Right, I'm just gonna get right into it. There's been a lot on my mind lately. Things that I've tried to talk about a few times. Oh, great.
Let's go, Aegis. How careless of me.
Zeus. Sorry, Arabiscate. Huge. Got him. Alright.
Eagerly await learning some more about the contents of that fascinating message you had sent up here, nephew.
Yep.
How mysterious indeed. I'll be keeping an eye on all the others that come in.
Sounds good. Attack special. Perfect. We're good. Dude. Alright.
Keep them coming.
Yoink. I don't really need nectars, but it would give me a free level up on my special. Versus 5 health. Probably should have gone for the health. Dionysus. I think we got Dionysuses already, unfortunately.
Now, Zagreus, I'm certain everything is going fine for you right now, but just in case, I got a little something just for you.
Thank you, Dash. Fountain. Yeah, we'll take the fountain one. 5% damage is good. Ares, that's one of the ones we didn't get. Doom hits wouldn't be terrible.
You're nothing. Here goes then. In the name of Hades, Olympus, this is an official message. Lord Ares, please consider our proposal, once you're able to decipher it.
My, what is this, my kid? Some sort of invitation for me, I presume? Not just for me. This symbolizes all the others here? Most intriguing. I shall investigate the meaning of this as quickly as I'm able then. But first...
Yes. Attack inflicts doom. Cast Blade Rift, I think. I do like being in impervious Blade Rift. I want the doom. I'm gonna try to get this doom to work. Aphrodite would have been great, but
That's again, huh?
getting run over the line, potentially jolted, amongst other things.
Lord Zeus.
Cast jolted, and not just jolted, epic level jolted.
Electric.
It's electric. Pow. It's also second status condition to start chasing people down as they have more health. I don't think I'm gonna get much out of this floor.
The power of the gods.
Doom attack. Doom damage would be nice. Bolt damage becoming same as doom damage though. Yeah. Relying on people to attack me
Some of
is
Charon's wares.
not a great idea. I don't think we're gonna have a lot of money for Charon. So we had to Zeus combo. Alright. I think extra reroll for later. Zeus and Dionysus. We don't need health. Let's grab
The gods want me to choose.
Zeus. We get double bolts, that'd be swell.
Hardest choice you've ever made.
Larger area.
Oh, come on, Zack. Now that was not the choice I would have made. You messing with me, man? All right, I'll mess with you.
Alright, sounds good.
Take it personally, Dionysus. More.
Got him.
You know what, man? I'm not even angry after that. What's I even going off about? Do you recall?
Nope, not at all. Cast Hangover Dash. Take less damage. Athena. It's another god we need. Got him.
This is it then. In the name of Hades, Olympus, this is an official message. Lady Athena, I trust you'll quickly figure this one out.
As you do.
Is this some kind of offering for me? No, hold a moment. This appears to be a message. Part of one. Then, can this mean... I have to notify the others. I trust they also have received something from you, or shortly shall.
Yeah, I'm working on it. Special... Dash, deflect? I'll take deflect dash.
Athena's power.
Never hurts. We're able to grab, like, a little baby prize. Hermes, more Athena. Hermes, give me money per chamber.
Message for you, boss, from my professional associate who wanted you to know, and I quote,
Move faster, regenerate faster, or dash becomes sturdy and move faster. I'll take the hyper sprint. I do like the hyper sprint. Speaking of, alright girls, let's go. To Symphony.
How many
Or
times is
Electo.
it going to take, Red Blood? How many? Tell me, how can you stand running into me like this over and over?
Yeah.
Well, habits can be hard to break. As for how many times, I've really no idea. Though I guess there's one way to find out.
I'll give you one thing. I like it when my prey bites back. Come on. Let's see some blood again.
It'll be yours, though. Is my shield out? It is not.
Trash.
Is my shield not coming out?
My turn.
That was on her. I got full fountain heal, so I am in no harm. That said, our gem count's doing well.
Keepsakes hold power.
Alright, Aphrodite's one of the ones we need to boost. Let's go there.
Should I take the trade?
No, I kind of like all those. And sadly, no.
Broke out of Tartarus. Clear.
You. Out we go.
Be there soon, Lemmy.
Come on.
Got you. Another flame eater?
Say, sadly, we don't get the best six spoons because they're all duos with. Oh, there's a pot. I missed the pot. All right. Doot.
Well,
Rude. Health. Key for a reroll or grab this key. Weirdly enough, I'm gonna grab the extra reroll for later because it means we can double reroll something.
come on in.
Ranked up the Eternal Rose. Alright, we need this money though. We need it bad.
There's something.
Aphrodite. I guess just the barge. Not the barge. These two.
Okay, I think I'm ready. In the name of Hades, Olympus, this is an official message, and I hope it finds you well, Lady Aphrodite.
Why, this is something, dearest. Such an enigmatic message you have sent. How positively captivating. I must know what it says. It bears the marks of others on Olympus, so perhaps we ought to share some common knowledge on the subject.
Alright, that leaves Artemis. Sure. Life affirmation.
Get me out of here.
So we get health, it's worth even more. Come on. Rude. Come on. Got him. Cash money. You know what? You take a mini boss and gems. I'm just feeling that that ballsy. Because this should be the bard, right? Monies. Ares, Hermes. Just take a peek around. Because we're fast. Dude. That's probably final shop, actually. Yep.
I can use this.
Aphrodite boost. Just to resist damage, right? Sure.
I'm all worked out.
And palm up my bolt area, I guess. I'll rob you yet. Oh, shit. Didn't mean to do that. You know what? It's fine. I was hoping to talk to Charon. Ooh.
Not really in a talking mood this time, Lenny.
Got him.
That's what you get.
Yoink, yoink.
It's beautiful.
Alright. Out of Asphodel and into nonsense. Full heal. Well, I mean, try it. Any use of summoning Meg? Nah, I don't think I need it. Barely using the ones I have. Still not used to the ones I have, honestly.
Courtesy of the pact. Champions of Elysium, I've returned.
Dude. Yeah, we're nowhere near 15 yet. I guess I'll take Hermes. See if we can get Chamber Wealth Pool Room. That side gig. Can I open this with the stuff I, have been meaning to talk about for a hot while? Only to not do it. This game requires concentration. Maybe I should do a just talking stream one of these times. Or just chatting. That's what the category's called.
It's Hermes.
I wanted to let you know my sister Artemis is out looking for you. You should be running into her any chamber now.
Really? Alright. That's good. Dash more times in a row. Auto dodge chance. Let's go with the auto dodge chance. If we can get Artemis this go, this would be lovely.
Hello, mates.
Yeah, a few people who watch might be aware of the hobbies I take part in, for the most part. I don't tend to gush about them too much, unless there's someone in the chat that I'm going on about them with. But as of late, I'm running into a bit of... I don't really know what to call them, like model minority problems.
That's life.
Health we don't need. Tempted to grab that health. Also tempted for chaos. But someone put it pretty adequately.
Swift Hermes urge you on, I see, O son of Hades. Beware the narrow distance between hastiness and swiftness. A distinction I am not so sure the god of travel fully understands.
If I cast to get hit, but then my attack deals more, can't earn money than cast, or more foes than that. No, we'll take no cast, we're not using it anyway. Let's go with gems. Gems and money. Fish. Anyway, someone put it accurate to kind of what the term is. I think they were quoting a book. See, this is why I don't do commentary, because I am terrible when it comes to like remembering who said what and did what. The concept essentially came down to what is queer rage, where the very idea of being angry, we've been conditioned not to for things of injustice and other such problems. The very idea that if we're mad about things, that we will be taken less seriously, or any number of other problems.
Another clam.
But what it comes down to is that we need to constantly behave in the most model and rational way possible, lest we be ignored. And it is not fun. It is nothing new.
Butterfly chamber.
It is something that the trans community are dealing with, that the gay community dealt with, that the black community before them, that women before them. It's nothing new. It has existed and unfortunately continues to exist, where you do not behave exactly how you're expected to, essentially. To bend over and accept any little crumb you get, because it's not the absolute worst that it could be. You are in some way being unfair or irrational or causing problems or drama or a million other fucking definitions for it.
Found you, Huntress.
There we go.
In the name of Hades, Olympus, this is an official message, especially for you, Lady Artemis.
Some kind of special message for me. Oh, looks like there's one for everybody on Olympus, then.
Oh, I'm sorry, Artemis.
That's rather special for a moment there, and now you're making me check in with all the others. Great.
Sorry, Artemis.
That was the last of the invitations.
Cast.
Just need to tell Mother once I get home.
Any damage could crit. Kind of want any damage could crit. I really wanted that Patrocles, but second actually, did I need second upgrade for shield? I don't really need second upgrade. I probably should have grabbed Patrocles to further. That's the last, like, relationship one that I'm missing, other than Hypnos not hanging out. Anyway, though, the million other names for other things that you get called or used or anything else, the ganging up, it's a great time. It's a great time. And lately, it's made me feel divorced from a hobby that I quite enjoyed. Which sucks, because I mean, I enjoyed it. I went out, I was an event organizer for way too long. I spent...
My Chaos Boon switched to a new effect.
Sure.
Never been a finer shield.
But I devoted a lot of myself to this particular hobby, only to end up very repeatedly at every other turn having things... I don't want to feel the victim on it, because it's not a fun feeling. It's not a fun feeling to be harassed, victimized, or like that. I remember I first started kind of talking about some of the issues with it way back when that, like, fucking psychopath was harassing me on the daily for the better part of 6 fucking months. And absolutely nothing got done about it until it came to threats of literal violence against my boyfriend. Like, none of it mattered. It was me overreacting. It was me wanting too much of people, etc., etc. We'll just take the extra one, I guess, in case we sell it.
Your choice leaves much to be desired here, my kin. My temper I shall keep in check, but only barely so.
Didn't want to do with the charm.
Ares, forgive me.
But yeah, this hobby was something that I only got into out of the interest of art, strangely enough. I always painted my D&D minis, and, like, heck, even now, when I'm playing Baldur's Gate, both arts that are in the layout are to do with D&D characters.
So long, my kin. This one is not worth the pursuit, I think, when we can wage a greater one together.
Blade Rift casts. Doom deals more damage, it takes time to activate. Yeah. That should be second score. Don't need that. Anyway, though, I got into miniature painting because, I mean, I like it. I still do like painting.
I'll take this one.
Critical marks. Crits do more damage to armor. Yeah, I guess we'll take the marked.
Power of Olympus.
Jolted or crit chance. I'll take the 1% crit chance.
Gentlemen.
Yeah.
My chariot and I stand ready for you, demon. And I assume Asterius as well. I feel it in my phantom heart.
Thought I was playing
We
Soden.
shall
Whoops.
not fall to you this time.
That's my bad. I was playing Soden yesterday. Sort of got distracted by stuff. Dude. Thankfully, I can spell it wrong. Thank you, ABC. I play Soten on Mondays, though, right now. I think I only have one more stream left of it, though.
You know, my
I've been
opinion of the Macedonian Tau Lambda has
shooting
fallen
through it.
precipitously of late. Though perhaps it's not the chariot, but the driver.
Silence! Show me a finer chariot driver anywhere within Elysium. Why, you cannot! I'll run you down for such an insult to my pride.
Have I found Richter? Yes, I'm in second castle. I'm in second castle. I've got 2 Vlad relics. You didn't want to accidentally drop the spoiler. That's fine. I have seen a lot of Soten. Like, I watch randomizer and speedruns of it, just because it's a game that showed up often. So I watch a lot of it, which resulted in I kind of knew most of the game. It's just a matter of execution. And it has definitely been a fun game to execute. You guys played a year ago for the first time. Didn't know about the second castle. Positive outlook. Alright, bro side, it's fine. Oh, that was bad. It's fine.
I don't think so.
I am not finished yet.
Yeah, I mean, anyway, though, back to where I was going. The entire reason that I have a Monday stream slot now is because of the crap going on with this hobby. So I was in it for multiple years, an event organizer for, I think, at least 2, possibly 3. It was a long while, including through COVID, so it was something that was part of my life for a good amount of while. And now I frankly feel divorced from it.
Enjoy yourselves.
Because of this.
Thwarted the champion of Elysium.
Yeah, let's grab this. Actually, let's grab this because it needs upgrades. Sure.
Purge boons for coin.
That's fine.
I'm almost to the top. In the bag.
But yeah, so I wanted to start painting, wanted an excuse to paint more stuff, decided to get into Warhammer as a game. Because, why not, right? And I don't even know how to best, like...
Thank you, mate.
Sure. Let's do
With my
revenge
hair
damage.
sticking up.
We'll take Zeus again.
This one, I guess.
Yeah, I got into Warhammer 40k as a hobby, which my position in that community kind of grew with time, when it came to, you know, well, just enjoying it, being good. I had people who didn't like that I was good, particularly for not being a guy, it seemed. But I ran very quickly into dealing with transphobia in the community. Like, very quickly. And this was something that, like, I just sort of did my best to tolerate. Or not tolerate, but, like, there's that aspect of the queer rage I was mentioning where it's like, I want to be angry at this. I want to be very angry at this. Because I'm seeing it happen, and no, it's just a mistake. I mean, you know, it could be anything. Until, like... Alright. It's gonna be story time for a hot minute here. So we're gonna go through the things that pushed me from this community, one at a time. So, the 9th edition came out, and with it, the Crusade, which very much endeared me to a new aspect of the game, because now it wasn't just needing to be, like, the best, there was the RPG elements, which...
Your foes shall have to watch their backs.
Olympus, I accept this message.
Double lightning bolts. Sure. What do we have?
Should help keep me going.
I don't think I need the Death Defiance, honestly. Dad's gonna be a joke from here.
I'll pay for that.
Cast. Crits do more to armor. Let's send some arrows out. Yeah, let's go with this one. But anyway, so I got into this hobby and very accidentally ended up finding pretty much every store in the city that I was able to play at. Again, very accidentally. I joined, like, tournaments in some places, only to then, like, double-check the names. They had very similar names, of which I'm not going to say any, because they don't I mean, frankly, they don't deserve a lot of things, but... Like, one is still fine. There are 4 places in the city you can technically play. One of them is the Game Workshop store itself that you basically cannot book a game at.
Found it already.
So you can't, like, actually play there. So of the 3 that you can...
Oh, what's in this stuff?
They have issues. One is the one that's still fine, but they're very close to where I live, which makes some things convenient. Downside, they have very little space, which is fine. And their day that they do 40k stuff is the same day that I am at my Pathfinder table, so I cannot join there. Of the other 2 that I found by accident, essentially, I was essentially invited to both, and joined tournaments at both, and helped with both, which is kind of an important factor. I ended up taking part in a...
You've slipped by Cerberus again, I see. Then draw your weapon, boy.
Ooh, the fish is here.
the world, heed me, and rise from the earth to do my bidding.
Father!
Oh, shut up. Darkness.
So anyway, this event happened, and I ended up catching one of the administrators rigging the system to his own benefit. So this is a matter of, quite literally, someone running a thing, and with prizing. I will put that out. There was like cash and store credit prizing in this. It was pay to enter, and they were changing the rules as it saw fit to them in order that they could just walk away with as much of the prizing as possible. The response to me finding this out essentially came twofold. Number one was some of the other administrators proceeding to say that I was witch hunting him, which was untrue. Him gaslighting me to try to claim that everyone had issue with me when such was not the case. He was the one trying to have me removed at that point. And then, subsequently, my eventual leaving because nothing was going to be done. Nothing is ever done when it comes to this community, and it is absolutely shitty.
You brought this on yourself.
Did I, though?
This is for your own good.
Father!
Vanish. See if I'm here.
New magic spoilers, yay! That's a hobby I can almost take part in.
You learned something at some point in all this.
I've learned the shield is OP.
Fair. Well.
New legendary wolf that wants you to build elf wolf. That's like the third legendary wolf that wants us to build elf wolf. Oh yeah, shit, I probably stop the timer. Alright. Actually get this catch because the surface ones are rare.
Now,
A bass.
another bass, huh? Blood.
Mere moments from his final victory.
So anyway, found this guy cheating, ended up leaving, and that was sort of my
busy crossing, where a swiftly passing chariot collided with him very forcefully.
That was my moment where I decided I was going to run stuff. Like, I was just going to do stuff for myself, because then it wasn't leaning on anyone else to have to deal with transphobic people, to, you know, I'm not going to fucking cheat in my own thing, because I don't give a shit, and I wanted to make it free for the entire purpose of that. Like, I never wanted there to ever be a conflict of interest that could be, like,
You'll get him next time, right?
brought against me on matters.
Mother.
I think I see that look again, if I'm not mistaken in it, lad. What's on your mind? If you'd like to share, I'm listening.
Oh, it's just... sometimes I find my thoughts, they wander between those I care about. It's not just one. You mortals, typically you had a single suitor, did you not?
So we often told each other, yes. But you're not like us mortals, or us shades. Nor are most of the others here. You gods, I cannot think of even one who had a single mate. Although your father, maybe he is one.
Wait, you're saying father? He was never with somebody else besides my mother?
Oh, thank you for the bits.
I know so very much about him, lad. But that's the way of it from what I've learned. You needn't follow in his footsteps, though. I think you know that well enough by now.
Hello? Looks like it's about 7:50.
Made you jump? Yep. Got them triggering bits.
More pets? More pets.
Anyway, though, so Zag being inducted into the poly life, yes, he is.
Cerberus is preoccupied with scratching and biting at himself.
Be good, boy.
Please do be careful out there, Zagreus.
What?
Hey, Meg, you're off duty, aren't you? Look, I was just hoping you might want to split this with me. Best if I could find out there, and I would give it all to you. It's just, maybe you wouldn't mind some company. From me.
You sound a little tongue-tied, Zagreus. Just like you always used to around me.
You're not exactly easy to approach, you know. So, how about it then? Care for a drink with me?
Open it up and we can go from there.
Time passes.
You should have seen the look on your face. You act a lot more confidently now. Though, I think deep down you're still that inexperienced little godlike that you used to be.
Maybe.
And I think deep down you're not the heartless harbinger of retribution that you want for everyone to think you are. But I can keep your secret if you're willing to keep mine. What do you say?
That sounds an awful lot like blackmail, Zagreus. You'd stoop to that with me?
No, I was just... That's not what I meant at all.
I just want to see you squirm. Thanks for the company and for the drink. Guess I'll be seeing you around.
Yeah, thanks.
Yay! Bond forged.
Yushei's doing all right.
No parachute. Glad I didn't.
How's that knife set working out?
Victor, Ambrosia.
Dundee.
Nice to see you. Now I'm off to clean the rafters once again.
Take care, Dusa.
Tight blood for 100 gemstones does not feel worth it. I was talking about cheaters. Yes, I was talking about cheaters. Just give me a hot second. I do want to do all my due diligence.
Along with giving you this bottle of ambrosia here, there's something I've meant to say to you. The three fates have been very kind to me, because in denying me my birth mother, they gave me you. Without your steady presence here, I can't imagine what it would be like.
Oh, then the three fates are whimsical indeed. When you were born, and I was filled with fear for what it meant for you to be alive, to be responsible for you. I must admit, I did not guess that one evening you would provide for me both such a gift and such a sentiment.
Well, I mean every word. I love you, Nyx.
I love you too, my child. You are still in a difficult predicament, my child, and I with you in turn. Those on Olympus think you seek them even now, that you are my own son by birth. Our deception, well-intentioned as it was, has multiplied in size.
You're right. We have to do something. We can't just keep pretending with them.
But if you reveal to them the truth of everything, I fear the wrath they shall unleash. Perhaps not all of them, but some, at least, shall not take such deceptions well.
I couldn't agree more. Fortunately, Mother has a plan. Asked me to get in touch with everybody on Olympus one by one.
And I've already finished it.
Your birth mother is resourceful, certainly. Though can you say as yet which sort of plan?
Would you believe it if I told you she wants to have all of them over for ambrosia?
Truly?
Yep. Speaking of...
It's done, Mother. Father, the invitations. Personally sent to everyone with whom I've been in contact. So what do we do now?
Excellent, Zagreus. Congratulate him, Hades. On a job well done.
Persephone, how can you be so certain your request was executed to your satisfaction?
'Cause I'm good at that, Dad.
That's known as trust, Hades. Or faith. They're similar. Try one sometime. It'll be good for you. As for what we do next, why, we've a great big feast we must prepare.
This house is not a suitable location for such guests. Dionysus alone shall bring ruin to this place. Or, the faith thing that you said.
Yes.
Yes, good. Now then, we have a lot of work to go around. So why don't we call everyone on staff and let them in on this, and dole out suitable responsibilities, all right?
All right.
All right.
All right.
Thus did all of Olympus journey deep into the underworld, all together for the very first time. The Queen Persephone revealed herself in all her splendor, much to their surprise, and told them everything she indicated to her son. She eloped with Grim Lord Hades, she said, mothering a fire-stepping prince who sought to reconnect with his extended family. Hades and Persephone at first refused his wish, but so moved were they by his relentless struggles to the surface that at last they decided to heed their willful Zagreus and reach out, for his and everybody's sake. The Olympians listened to all this in stunned silence. Then Zeus himself began to laugh. "Welcome back into the family," he said. After the shock subsided, the festivities began.
Yay, festivities!
Say, big brother, you and your better half put on a positively smashing night. It's a relief for all of us, knowing Persephone is safe and sound. And mother to as noble of a son as my good nephew there. Well, little brother, the Queen and I, in turn, appreciate you all taking time out of your doubtless busy lives to come all this distance to my house. I'm certain it is very modest in comparison to Mount Olympus, but I trust that you were suitably entertained. Oh, of course, Hades. Now then, farewell, and let us keep in better touch from here. Farewell indeed, Lord Zeus.
Huh.
When finally the great feast ended, all the Olympians returned to their mountain abode, fully satisfied. As for the house of Hades, it required thorough cleansing, from the rafters to the floor. Such revelry, of course, is unbecoming of the name of Hades, and the fearsome reputation of the underworld. For if mortals were to have no fear of death, then they would have no fear of anything at all.
Hey, I did it. Thank you.
A well-kept family secret, then, this would live on to be.
Family reunited.
Whew. I'd say that went about as well as could have been expected.
Now, if only Hades 2 had an
And the
announcement
cleanup
that,
wasn't all that bad, for the most part.
Well, fortunate Uncle Zeus seemed to catch on right away and went along with it. But this whole elaborate tale you spun, I remember how hurt I felt when I found out Father lied to me about you. Now we're lying to Olympus. What if they find out? Even if they don't, I don't like it.
Zagreus, I may not be an expert, but here's what I've come to understand about how families work. At least our own. The thing is, how we speak to one another is even more important than the words we use. I think, deep down, everyone in our family knows this.
There's technically more stuff in the game, but I've seen the further that the story really advances. Yep.
You're saying they all knew you weren't being perfectly honest and went along with it anyway. I guess the pomegranate thing in particular was a bit of a stretch.
The common ground in our family is that we want peace. Besides Ares, though even he would rather the conflict occur elsewhere. That elaborate tale, it's less a deception and more a concession. A way of saying, let's move on from the past and start anew. No hard feelings.
It's kind of an apt
You don't have hard
thing
feelings.
for now.
What about Father? What about Demeter?
Well, let's see. My hard feelings are nothing next to the joy of having my son in my life. Your father never imagined his relationship with me could be out in the open. And my mother, she's just glad I'm alive.
And Uncle Zeus is glad things didn't turn out worse for him. I get the sense he acts a bit impulsively at times and deals with the consequences later.
Yeah.
What can I tell you, Zagreus? We're family. You said it yourself to me before. We're stuck with one another. That any of us like each other in the slightest. It's a wonder and a blessing, I think.
Yeah, I know what you mean. Thanks, Mother. Think I'll be heading out again soon. See you when I get back.
Sounds good. I'll see you then.
Prophecy fulfilled.
San's got the top honors again, I guess.
No second credits? Boo. No second credits.
Still can't get over our gift from the Olympians. It's glory.
A majestic gilded edifice of Mount Olympus,
Huh.
crafted with the utmost care from the true mountain stone, now shines forever brightly, even in the dim light of the House of Hades, as a parting gift from the Lord Master's kin.
The handiwork of Lord Hephaestus himself. Sounds like he's been rather busy.
Krenko's new card got spoiled.
A little slice of Olympus.
One for the
Prophecy
ages. Claim all that ambrosia. You know, I still want to accomplish these. I kind of want to go for 100% on this. I've got 5 achievements left, all of which are like 2 are heat based, 2 are just play the game based, and 1 is no, like they're all play the game based. Like honestly, what's our next weapon? Bow run, my other favorite.
You must have had yourself a real bash with all those fancy gods and stuff. Could hear all the festivity from all the way out here. How was it, pal?
It went better than expected, all in all. I hope you didn't feel left out. It was a pretty limited guest list. Kind of a diplomatic mission, I would say. Not quite as good a time as it might have sounded from the outside.
Oh, don't you even worry about me there, pal. I much prefer the solitary life. And besides, when things are good for you, they're good for me. Glad everything worked out.
Same here.
And what do we need to upgrade? So we need to get all of these to level 3. We've got to get that. We've got to get... Those are like the 2 just kind of gameplay ones, is unlocking those. And that's either going to be Hypnos or... Wait, did we max Nyx? Yes, we have Nyx max now, so it's got to be Hypnos. We got his coin purse forever ago. Got a handful of gods to still max out. That's obviously Achilles, or that'll be Achilles, and that's his boyfriend. All right, let's. Don't really need any specific. I've been trying to use these a lot more, and then like the special ones from later. Let's go with Deuces, I guess. Actually, we'll go with Deuces next time I have a spear run. Let's go with Charon's. Because Charon's is like the one that I dislike. Dooch. Oh, I need one more. I don't like the trap damage being so high, but it's so easy. Okay, let's... take off jury summons and go with middle management.
Well,
Let's
then,
reset
let's
the
get to
timer,
work.
and we'll get back to story time.
Asphodel has flooded once again with flame.
Before I fell asleep.
Not quite the afterlife experience promised to the dead residing there now, is it, boy?
Who's ready for the real afterlife experience?
Aphrodite to start. Okay.
Oh, dearest, you've no idea what a delightful time I had while visiting you recently. So many new sights and sounds and smells, why, it was wonderful. And you are burdened with a big responsibility, aren't you? Mind if I lend my graces to you still from time to time?
That is totally fine with me, Aphrodite. Weak attack, special attack, cast. Let's go with the attack. Oh, I still have the shuffler. Oh, rude. Anyway, though, so, yeah, do I want health? Kinda just want money. Yeah, fuck it. We'll do our biscuits. This also means I need to go mild concentration mode before we get back into story time.
Think you can hit me?
The dead are useless.
Short work.
Alright. Anyway, so this I started running stuff because I just didn't want to be dealing with individuals cheating and stuff. I wanted to make sure that there was a promised place that the rules were going to be followed, that people were safe. And it was a huge invitation for a lot of the trans community that were interested in 40k to come back.
Time down there with your old father and Persephone when she at sight. I never thought I'd see her again. So then we're one big happy family at last. But you've a job to do, and we upon Olympus will do our fair share.
Special knocks away random sort of crap. I kind of want the dash. Just because that'll open us up a bit. Anyway, so
More numbskulls.
I started running an event wherein the trans community started coming back because, well, I mean, when there's a trans person in charge, you tend to have that level of trust. And I introduced a lot of new players. A lot of people really considered me good at the job, which, I mean, considering how I've ingratiated myself a bit into the Final Fantasy randomizer community, just in being nice, being approachable, and helping out, I don't think that's like a unique thing to me with 40k. I think I try to be nice and the best person I can be. Try to be. Which, kind of adds to the whole queer anger part where I have to be what is expected, be perfect, lest people find excuses to hate on me and such. Which they did. They really did. So I had started stuff and was just kind of enjoying my life. I got into a relationship with a guy that I am still with. I love him very much, and he may or may not be in this chat right now. He is very supportive of everything I do, even things like this. And we're going to go get a cat later this week. Probably tomorrow, if we have the time. If not, then Friday.
You're free, tortured souls trapped in a crystal thing.
Any palms are more potent? I mean, sure. What kind of catto? Probably just one from the shelter. It's gonna be my first time getting an adult cat, but I don't want to derail too much from story time because it has been bothering me for way too fucking long at this point. So I did this, and it slowly grew over time, and my relationship is going well until poly problems is how I'm going to describe it. But this is a fairly known thing, and I hate that it is. But one of the other people that my partner was dating. Sure.
Drawn tight.
Get a Maine Coon. I don't want a Maine Coon. I like short hairs.
Hey, sir.
Like, every cat I've had has been a short-haired tabby.
Said, my understanding is the Queen herself is back. Is that correct? Moreover, I have heard a truly fascinating rumor about her.
That I'm her son. It's true, sir. And she's back with us for now, indeed. I think we're all still getting used to it, but it feels good having her in my life.
That's wonderful to hear. I'd always heard good things about that one. No wonder such equality runs in the family. Makes sense to me.
Thanks. Good seeing you as ever there, Baldy.
All right. Back to the grind and the story. So, one of the people that my partner was dating as well, because Polly, and I had no problem. Actually, I'm technically the second girl by all accounts, and that was something that I very much insisted was a talk with her, basically saying like, "Are you okay with this? Is there any issue? Is there anyone else I should be worried about, etc." I was very for safe sex, to say the least. That I know who my partner and their partner are doing things with for the sake of everyone involved safety, because that's how you get an STI.
Fine. Help yourself.
Well, that's better. Felt something.
Okay. So. Snoop, yes. Exactly. But, like, it was all about safety at the time. Anyway, so I had a conversation with her, and I was essentially promised that nothing was going on. She had lied to me. So what she was doing was fucking the owner of the store, a married man, behind everybody's back, the two of them. It takes two to tango. I'm not here to say any one person is at fault, but that was happening. And they decided, the two of them essentially, to lie that I knew about it. So the wife was kind of pissed and interrupted my event, because, you know, I just kind of knew something was going on. Yeah. Let's go fish. Takes two to tango, and she deserves a mango to the face. Yes, basically. But yeah, they said I was involved, so the wife got mad. I had to find out that this was happening, which was a fun time. And there was an entire aspect of this, but basically, of that store, so we've got 3 stores, and this one, I was basically asked not to return because of my proposed involvement in this fucking bit of adultery, despite I had nothing to do with it.
With my good professional associate, the boatman there, since I don't know how long. Though, let me tell you, cuz, we haven't had a job quite like this yet.
Chamber Wealth.
That's good speed, all right.
Special Doom? I go for Special Doom.
Hope you enjoyed the feast with the Olympians, Charon. We didn't have much of a chance to chat, though it looked like you and Hermes were having a good time. We'll have to do it again sometime.
Alright, let's go into a boss and just keep it this way. But anyway, so I was asked, do not return. I have not tried since. I have not cared. I have basically heard that the transphobic aspects, the Nazi fucking aspects of that store have gotten worse in that meantime.
Next time, definitely, Electo.
So,
for sure and wish
yeah.
you could have made it.
I'm sure you did.
Hail Hydra, essentially. Lots of sexism, lots of other such things, lots of it becoming a Nazi farm. So, I've got no love lost for it at this point. I'm more just, if anything, at it, annoyed that I was made involved in this thing that I had zero connection to, essentially, other than that I was dating someone who dated someone who cheated with the boss. So anyway, that was store 1, and I'm now reduced to 2 of the stores in town for something that I had nothing to do with. At least if I had to do with it, I would, like, not care, but I had nothing to do with it. And it was shitty. It felt like getting targeted specifically because I was poly and getting very deliberately bullied specifically because I was trans. Like a deliberate point to get me gone because reasons. I don't think this phase has ever taken me this long. I think I usually have slightly better stuff right now. Alright, so with that, I shifted my operation to the other major store in town. Because they had been, at least in word, very supportive of me. There was shit-talking of the things going on. And I was also at the time doing my best to make sure that the girl involved in the cheating situation felt comfortable. She was still, at the time, dating my partner, so there's an aspect I needed to see her every day. There's so much more to it. Like, she had been trying to, like... It's scummy, and I don't want to talk about shitty relationship stuff. Needless to say, the only important part is that she sucks, and I'm going to go into more of that later. So anyway, I am now running at this new store that... I don't know why I just changed to Ares' thing. Yeah, hopefully we can get the lasting Doom thing. Or multiple Doom stacks.
Courtesy of the Pact.
I should have just kept Charons on. Gotten it done with.
Change of scenery, at least.
Do I want money? No, I think I'm in too risky of a spot for that. So, I moved to this new operation, and they were, at the time, super great, super helpful. People who worked there at the time were very helpful. We even managed to, like, do items and stuff for people with, like, minor payment. Like, I was, in every sense of the word, I was essentially a, like an actual part of staff, for lack of better terms, considering how ingratiated I was into, like, this store's economy. And the number of people I was bringing in, because my event was still popular and still growing. I hit the point that I did need to ask for some... I was essentially a volunteer. Yes! Which I've said multiple fucking times, and yeah, that's the bigger piss off. But anyway, I did ask for some additional staff help because we ended up with, again, just like too many people for me to handle on my own. And I wanted to make sure that the interests of many, like, didn't want any of my prior, like, what's the term? My prior feelings on people to interact or stop me from, like, being fair. Because one person who joined that I had to begrudgingly accept, but I knew him from my tabletop days. Conflict of interest, yes.
To say I had a pretty decent time with everybody at our little visit recently. Met you, Uncle Hades, even Great Achilles. Still don't quite appreciate you tricking us, but I can get over it eventually. Anyway, you still could use assistance from me, right?
Yes, Artemis. Cast. Kind of want that cast. So yeah, I wanted to avoid conflict of interest because I did have people there that I knew from prior, whom were like the scuzzy kind of player.
You ever play any music or sing or anything yourself, 80s kid? It's good for you, you know.
I recently learned to play the
I played
lyre.
a bit of the lyre, as a matter of fact. Orpheus himself gave me some pointers on it. Never really tried singing, though. Can't even imagine it, really.
Well, might I recommend giving it a shot at some point? Who knows? You might be the next Orpheus. Enjoy.
Okay.
Feeling better already.
So yeah, I wanted to make sure that there was never a point of conflict of interest. So I took 2 people on. One of them was my partner, just because I knew that he shared my interest, and one was someone that I knew very deliberately didn't share a lot of my interests, and I had hoped would at least understand the severity of issues, but would at least be like the cishet individual on the team to make sure that that kind of stuff got dealt with. And he is also important to this story. In a bit. So the first major...
To tell you once again, I had a splendid time during our recent shared festivities, my kin. At last, I've finally seen your death-filled realm firsthand. I learned a great deal. And I look forward to learning more from our successful collaboration.
Call everything deals more damage. I think epic everything deals more damage, honestly. Especially considering we stack things. So I took on 2 members of like additional staff as admins, and one of the first things that happened was someone joined that I was weary of. Like, very much weary of, because during COVID, while I was still at the first event, this individual had tried to get me over for a game at his place personally, because he supposedly had not gotten his second vaccination at the time. I had had mine for 6 months after he told me this, and I had ended up getting it on, like, that random, like, he'd also been at the store elsewise, and this is going to be super important. But anyway, that was my, like, bit with him, and, like, this is the dude that told me he wasn't vaccinated. Be weary. I don't want the seeking arrows. I don't want... They both seek me. Fuck it. Artemis I like better. Call. Critical marks. Crits do more to armor. Yeah, critical mark. We'll get our second status condition.
Dearest, just in case it hasn't been made clear as crystal lately, let me tell you. When presented with the opportunity, don't ever reject me.
She'll get over it.
Okay. Sorry, avoiding the charm. So, this dude joins, and I'm like, alright, he'll have a chance or whatever, right? Non-partner admin basically informs me that there had been an incident involving this guy. Not in our event, but elsewise, after this guy messaged me. So this dude messaged me, basically saying that the girl from the first installation was like a psychic vampire and terrible. It was garbage. It was a bunch of nonsense.
So why don't we pretend your indiscretion there did not occur?
And I tried to take it as seriously as possible, because, sure, I have to. Yes, please. Let's get this fish. So, I'm just like, fine, we won't pair them, whatever. So I take this information that he's got an issue with her to my admin team and get informed that he had done kind of the same thing of inviting her to his place, and I would later find out recording her and throwing a hissy fit when she didn't stay the night, very strongly implied that he was trying to sleep with her. To which I found that incredibly inappropriate, and that on top of the non-vaccinated thing, kind of hit my limit of, okay, nope, I don't want this person involved, this is too much of a hassle, and I saw to his removal. That saw to 6 months of direct harassment. I had to get the police involved eventually.
With everybody here. A skill apparently that's rather rare. Take my niece Artemis, for instance. Can't ever take a simple jest at all. You won't easily attract a mate with such a sour look about you, girl.
Oh, hey.
Oh, and wouldn't that be such a pity, Uncle Poseidon? I wonder what could be the cause of this sour look that I perpetually have up here. Maybe Zagreus knows.
See exactly what I mean, nephew.
I'm on her side, besides. Mirage shot. Cast fires a second projectile. Deals reduced base damage. Sure. Mirage shot. And... marked crit chance. Yeah. Or just 6% base damage. I think we take 6% base damage. So anyway, I saw to his removal, got 6 months of active harassment like every week, including fake-ass cease and desist letter, that was fun. Nazi propaganda in that, which was great. And I, informed the store kind of expecting something to be done about it, and this should have kind of been my, hint of them being all talk and no, actual substance. Because their response to that was essentially it's a whole lot of nothing we can do. No, you could, because they did it once Store's family got threatened in the same regard. And, I got the police involved with the matter because of how long this harassment had been ongoing and the various aspects of it. And, I dealt with some typical transphobia from the police as well, which was fun. And the writing off of issues. So that was a fun time. But anyway, that is the preface of how things were going. Is that I was loved, and those who acknowledged that I did work acknowledged it, but I was the target of harassment forever. And my administration individual who was supposed to help, who, made every promise, also refused to step in, instead playing friends with this guy. He deserves to have a place to play. He was, again, actively threatening me and my partner, amongst other things. And on top of that, the one who had been sleeping with the owner from the prior store started a relationship with him despite the everything and the being invited over. Which also resulted in me getting harassment from her, trying to claim that I was lying about things that he was involved in despite the fact that I was sitting on evidence. Which was a fun time. And this is sort of where, the first part of queer anger about it all comes into place. Because... did I just want to be mad. I would love to be mad. I would love for someone to do anything to be helped, but the idea of it was consistently shut down. The idea that I just had to put up with it. I had to put up with him harassing me on the daily. I had to put up with him all this shit that even to this day infuriates me, enrages me to even think about and to deal with the people involved in it who were yeah, no, she's a liar and she's toxic to everybody, etc., etc.
Much nicer climate.
Which is great. It's the kind of information I can't be mad. I'm not allowed to be mad at them because I'm just perpetuating the issue. And this was coming from fucking the individual I pulled to try to prevent my conflicts of interest, was actively telling me talking about my issues was just keeping them going, and the harassment had stopped. It hadn't. It was... He didn't have to see it, because, you know, he's a cis-het white guy. So he's never had to deal with any of it before. And the idea that I'm not just rolling over was stirring the pot. So I dealt with that for 6 months before finally I actively spoke out. I made a fucking Reddit post to talk about it because I needed to speak about it publicly, and that was the only way it even came close to stopping. Beyond the continued harassment that I got from the girl who got me fucking banned from the first store. Hello? And this fucking psychopath who would not leave me alone, who actively started threatening other people at other stores who had any sort of mild involvement with some, like, any sort of disagreement with him. Amongst other, like, it was insane. It's an absolute insanity that I had to deal with day in and day fucking out for so long. And it was grating on me every single day, every single encounter. I'm opening my fucking inbox and having more from him, fucking throwing threats, fucking throwing, like, all sorts of shit. So, that was that. And he was finally banned, and my assumption was that things would be over. No. Because we had another problem individual, whom... this is one of the individuals from the first store that I had transphobic problems with, where he's, like, actively... The dehumanization of it is worthy of its own fucking discussion. And I'll probably get into some of the detail on it, but, like, for the most part, what needs to be known is this dude's a fucking transphobe. That's what needs to be known on this one. And not just, like, misgendering. I'm talking, there was an eventual fucking 5-page diatribe manifesto saying that I was undeserving of rights and delusional as a person. Like, we're talking more than a little bit. And this person obviously had zero respect for me. And so, dang it. I don't want 3 shots. Nearby, special disc 3 for each consecutive foe. Sure, it's point blank. It's useful at least. Huh. Neat, I've never seen that before. This is halfway store, but I'm also, like, loaded in money. Yep. Can we take them on?
I'll take it.
Call charm, resist some damage. Resist damage. Buy the extra health. I should probably heal, but...
Hey, free money. Whoops. Sorry.
Let's fight. You're gonna catch these hands, Charon. If I get this win, this is another one of the achievements down. Or the, prophecies down.
Think you can beat me, Charon?
Oh. Okay. Pervious. Got him.
No hard feelings, right?
Thank you for the membership discount.
You, mate. Twice in a row. I guess Hermes wins his little wager with you then. You tell him I said... Rewards card.
Prophecy fulfilled. All right.
Even with this
Oh, seriously.
unable to best you one-to-one. Perhaps I lack as yet the necessary training to take full advantage of its benefit.
Maybe.
I don't suppose you have some good acquaintances with whom to train until such time as you see fit to face me once again?
No. King Theseus is occupied with preparations of his own. You are my good acquaintance now.
Okay.
Rude. Guess if I got to pick, I probably wouldn't have picked the bull right after a Charon fight. So anyway, back to the nonsense. So this transphobe was, you know, caught being transphobic and cheating, and because he had zero respect for me, it was basically the individual that I had pulled on basically insisted that he would talk to him. So, you know, I put my trust in there that the problem would be dealt with, because that is me. I don't care. I just want problems fucking dealt with, especially considering I'm in a goddamn leadership position at this rate.
Well done. I yield.
Well, that cost me a death defiance, but we're fine.
Well fought, Asterius.
I would have preferred rapid fire, but...
You found me, Artemis.
Critical chance, deal even more damage to weak foes. Yeah. So, I get the promise that he's to be talked to about this situation, and yeah. This dude continues to cause problems within the Discord space for the event, because obviously I keep an online register for stuff, for when people need to ask me questions and that. He's still causing problems there, fucking being a general shit disturber, and essentially he won't listen to me. He's actively, like, starting fights with me, trying to overrule rulings that I'm literally making for things because I have to. Like, it's my job that things need to be played by the book. And he's trying to overrule it and undermine it and all sorts of other shit. So I say it needs to be dealt with, and it's like, okay, well, next time he's there. He never had an intention of returning. He was basically taking advantage of shit. It basically ended up hitting a point that I hit my limit. I'm like, this needs to be dealt with yesterday. My additional admin ignored the problem. Just straight up ignored it when it needed to be dealt with. And
Consider this a
proceeded to just ignore it. To ignore me, to ignore it, to ignore all of it. When it was a serious fucking issue. And it was transphobia of not just me, but other members that didn't want to play with him and things like that. Like, he was actively making things worse for everyone. But in particular, the trans community.
That's quite enough.
There.
So the eventual sort of boiling pot end point of it was that eventually. This is another one of the things I haven't done yet.
There's been considerable talk of late about the Queen Persephone, stranger. Your mother, it would seem. Sounds to me your tale's almost as complicated as my own.
It's a long story at this point indeed. But yes, the Queen, my mother, she's returned. And it's been really good having her back.
I can only begin to imagine. May she help govern all of this with wisdom and with grace.
I would take that Death Defiance, kind of idiot.
Thanks a lot.
This is gonna be last shop, because we did mid shop. Oh, thank you for the heart, Odron.
How fares your war against the dead?
I don't want any of these. I have the reroll.
Got anything else?
Ooh. Deathfix continues to strike weak foes. That is literally perfect.
Don't spend it all in one place, mate.
Darkness, take the health. So anyway. I'm sitting here dealing with harassment from this guy, and that was the entire point of having the additional staff, was to avoid conflicts of interest. So I am the victim in this case.
Your strategy might work a little better if you didn't shout it loud enough for me to hear. Though I have to say, I'm impressed you can drive, fight, and shout all at the same time.
And I, Fiend, am impressed that you yet live and breathe. A temporary state of Asterius and I shall soon alleviate. To war! Hold you, unwelcome pustule. I shall run you through.
Okay. This is the Vital Force stat, so I'm just kind of trying to worry a bit. Oh, shit. You should die to the Doom, right? Yeah. Almost at him.
Me, King.
Foul demon, we shall thwart your each and every trespass of Elysium.
Okay. So.
My chariot may be gone, but we shall rise again. Lord Dionysus, lend me your power.
Great. Dionysus is random as fuck.
Cower all you wish. My blessed spear shall find you anyway.
Alright, so.
Who's champion now?
The entire point that I have fucking staff is to have someone who's going to do something if I'm involved in a situation. It's kind of why with the FFR community, I'm happy that there are 5 arbiters, not just me, because if something happens to me, it's not then on me or expected of me to be the one dealing with it. I would sit to the side and, you know, at least hope something's done, instead of what did happen with this situation. So, my partner eventually, as the other admin, stepped in to try to do some conflict resolution, because the other person who was there to solve conflict of interests was not. And we got to learn a lot. Again, multi-page manifesto saying I'm undeserving of rights as a human. That was fun. Gonna trade this point blank for concentrated volley. And
just
rest. This volley. It's fine.
Cheers, mate.
If you're quite done with shopping, Zagreus, what say we cut straight to the chase from here?
Call seeking arrows. I don't want seeking arrows. Might give me anything can crit. Crits do more damage. Take exit wounds. Could have taken that diamond. Wasn't feeling it.
Where to?
Let's see if we can get some doom damage increase.
Hi.
So, yeah, and part of this manifesto essentially involved that he wasn't returning until my admin that was coddling him and his nonsense was the one in charge. So this was like an active attempt to want overthrow in my event that was transpositive. So, yeah, I was rightfully fucking pissed that none of that had been expressed to us, because this guy didn't want it to be said. And this individual that I, trusted, that I, thought had the best interest of not just me, but everyone, had actively been lying for 6 months on this issue. But apparently this dislike of me had started from my removal of the fucking Nazi, who had, again, tried to lure a fucking girl to his house. And tried to lure me, and hadn't been vaccinated, amongst other fucking things. Like, it just gets perpetually worse the more details of this I'm forced to remember every time I have to fucking discuss this. Which has been a not insubstantial amount of times, because, I had to sit there and tolerate it. Like, oh yeah, no, nothing can be done. It was completely okay. I removed that admin very briefly. He threw a fucking hissy fit over it. And I buckled and decided, oh yes, multi-stack. And I decided that, maybe I was being too harsh, as long as you're honest with me for the future. Whatever.
That's on offer here.
He was not honest with me for the future. At all. Like, he... kind of want that last minute. It's not great, but I'll grab this for the extra health. So that was kind of where that sat, and then things were going fine. I was never allowed any sort of resolution with it. What's-her-yuts was actively coming after me again because of supposedly claiming that anyone who had a problem with me was transphobic, which I don't even have the energy to argue something that stupid when I've had to fucking keep track of everything, when we're in the middle of actual times that, yeah, a lot of the shit I do have to deal with centers around transphobia, and I don't like it. I don't like it at all. Like, it sucks to be the, like, hot topic minority, as one of the other trans people put it, where, oh, it's the easy button to be allowed to ignore our issues, to say that what we're going through is, oh, it's not severe or anything like that. 6 months of getting lied to. And with the vague promise that he's not returning. Very fucking vague. So I'm dealing with things as we go, and essentially this admin who, again, we have in writing that this individual wants him in charge in order to return, has started building like an inner friend group and putting everyone else on the outside.
The Olympians must still be lending you their aid, just as before.
Mm-hmm.
I scarce believe the Queen's preposterous idea worked. That all it took to settle an old score was a blasted family feast.
Yep.
Come on, Father, even you must have enjoyed that feast to some extent. We ought to do it more often. Good thing you trusted Mother's judgment on that one. So then, to the death once more?
Indeed. To the death as always, boy. Zagreus, ready yourself.
I hope I can get over with this run. Okay. Gonna have to watch that.
A wasted effort.
At least I do a lot of damage.
I trust you had a pleasant journey here. Darkness.
Fucking burning blood. Alright, we're gonna need a Death Defiance in round one. That's not fun, but we got put in such a position. And now our stacks will stay on him.
I shall not fall to you again. I have something for you.
Whoa!
I'll tolerate no more of this from you.
Okay. That's bad.
Oh, I won't go back.
Okay, we got him. So.
You tell no one at the house. Do you hear me? There is no escape.
I did it. In my father's name.
So this inner kind of circle, putting me and the other trans individuals on the outside, gets formed. And they can make any fucking argument on that. That's what happened, because there were multiple events that showed up where I'm sitting on my own doing all of the administrative work, because of fucking course I am. No one else did anything of the actual bookkeeping. It was just a matter of, per their thing, just, you know, hanging out and having fun as friends or whatever the fucking case is. Like, no, I am running a fucking event. I'm basically a volunteer trying to get all this fucking work done, and I'm doing it on my own. Like, I am 100% doing it on my fucking own. Despite claims that, no, I don't have to come, I'm not needed. And that kind of...
In his great hurry to explore the countryside,
building me down, breaking me down, with comments like, oh, nobody trusts me to bring issues, or all sorts of fucking shit. It was perpetual, it was weekly, and it made me dread something that I'd been doing for fucking years, because it was ingrained into every interaction I had. Was that people basically didn't like me. I was doing nothing that they liked. I was pushed to make multiple changes that were later then brought up to me by the actual community as, no, we should never have done this.
I heard the feast you had here. It was really something else. All the gods together in one place, eating, drinking, not killing one another. That must have been a sight.
You should have been there, Hypnos.
Yeah.
Not that I noticed your absence, though what happened? Other pressing business?
Slept through the whole thing.
Wow.
Wow.
Your Highness. So, lad, tell me then, how went the family feast? Was everything all right?
Well, I confess I was perhaps a little nervous for practically the entire thing, but all in all, I had a good time.
Yeah.
And I'm very, very glad it all turned out the way it did. How about yourself?
I quite enjoyed it too. Last time I was invited to a feast, I was still busy warring on the surface. That's how long it's been. I must say, your mother's quite good with words. Had everybody chatting, laughing.
She really pulled it off. But for all her confidence, I don't think she knew she had it in her. Because if she did, if she reached out to Olympus sooner, a lot of things could have been different.
Yeah.
Don't dwell on that. I spoke a bit with Nyx. Your mother had her reasons. No one gets to act on perfect information, right?
Mm-hmm.
All we have is what we think we know, and what our conscience tells us.
Yep.
Your mother got to where all this was possible, all thanks to you.
All thanks to me, sir. I had ample help along the way. For instance, I could not have done it without you. Would have been using an old chair leg as a weapon, I suppose.
And what a fearsome chair leg it would be. In any case, you heading out there soon? Olympus should be more than happy to assist in your security review, if that's what we're calling it now.
Yeah, I should go. I'll see you not too long from now.
And you in turn.
What are these shades up to now?
But yeah. There's a lot of that.
You're my good boy, yes you are.
The end result after this equated to I sort of hit my limit with it.
You were so well behaved at the feast. I was worried sick one uncle or the other was going to set you off at some point, but you were patience incarnate. Thanks for helping show our extended family a good time.
How infernal Cerberus, the Hound of Hell, managed to maintain civilized behavior throughout the duration of the recent feast remains a mystery to all who attended.
Plenty of parchment work to contend with, I can assure you, Zagreus.
So, I'm quite confused, I must admit, my friend. The Queen Persephone, she is your mother, then? How is it that she came to reside here?
Well, it all started when my father saw her on Olympus, and they fell madly in love. He swept her off her feet and brought her here. The Olympians, they got pretty worried when they saw she was gone. But now it's okay. Everything's out in the open.
But surely the Queen's mother on Olympus, the great goddess Demeter, surely she would quite like it if she saw her daughter still from time to time.
Oh, that. Thing is, Mother ate some pomegranate seeds when she was here. And we have rules about that stuff, you know. It means she cannot leave this place for very long at all. I'm sure Demeter will understand. And unfreeze everything when her daughter's around.
Ah, yes, pomegranate seeds, of course, of course. Though, there is one more subject I don't understand, which is how you fit into all of this. Were you not trying to escape from here?
Yeah. Forget about me, Orpheus. This isn't about me, it's about Mother. What's important is she's here where she belongs.
Yeah.
I see. I understand. Well, thank you then for clearing all that up. It is a splendid tale, I must say, and every part of it makes sense to me at last.
Same goes for me, mate. Same goes for me.
Let's cash in a fish or two.
What's cooking?
Oh, hi.
The stalwart casks of wine within the House of Hades now are almost entirely devoid of content, having bravely stood against the combined thirst of the Olympians during a certain feast.
They fought bravely, but Lord Dionysus was too strong. Dusa, this whole place, it looks immaculate. That's even after all Olympus came here for that giant feast. How did you get everything clean so fast?
Oh, well, I guess I have my ways, friends. Sometimes you get one of those jobs and you just want to give it everything you've got, you know? I get a lot of jobs like that. Feeding Cerberus, cleaning the rafters. But this one, I just knew it was the perfect job for me.
Well, you did amazing here.
Alright, what do we got? A nectar for 50 darkness? We don't need nectars anymore, so I'll take 50 darkness.
Could use some darkness.
I wish I could get gems, because I want to buy the stove for in here.
I'll take
So we'll
it.
grab a couple of nectars. Trade those for a
Here's
diamond.
the nectar.
Because I can always keep trading up the line. Oh yeah, we finally have enough diamonds. Oh god, there's so much to buy. So much to buy. A painting of Nyx would be lovely. 1,500 for the lounge, though. That's what we're saving for. Court music. I don't think I want to buy any specific court music right now. I think I'll, like, be doing that later, but... Let's grab the Infernal theme.
Work approved. They say this one's the hottest style this side of Elysium.
Back away from there.
Did that do anything?
How's this place looking?
We didn't get the fade to black. I mean, I have enough. How many neckers do I need? Achilles needs a few. Patroclus needs a few. Poseidon needs one. Aphrodite needs one. Hermes needs a few. Demeter needs a few. Hypnos needs a few. So we need a couple. I don't think we need 30-ish. I think we can afford to... I think we can afford...
Approved. As soon as I saw this lovely style, I knew I had to have it. Let's do it. I rather like this style, so let's go ahead and make it official.
I don't know how these themes work.
This might be with chaos.
I need to trouble you for something, Zag.
Oh?
Meg, what a surprise. Again. What is it? What's the matter? Wait, why are you looking at me like that?
Shut up already, Zagreus, and come here.
Oh, she brought the whip.
You really... Oh. I thought you'd never ask, but I'm glad you did. Meg, what I'm trying to say is, are we good? Or...
You ask too many questions, Zag. But yes, I'd say we are again, for now. But if you tell another soul, I'll kill you. Understand?
But, no, wait, not even Than?
Than's not an idiot. He wants what's best for you. And he isn't the jealous type. Besides, I have a good working relationship with him, as you well know.
Yeah, but
Yay!
what about you? You're the punisher of jealousy. What if I...
We're not mere mortals, Zag. Mortals cling to one another viciously because their lives are short. What do we care? If Nexus taught me one thing, it's that the heart has no bounds. Now quit your worry and get prepared for when we meet again out there. See you around.
Woo! I'll take it.
See you around. Yes.
Yes! Let's get that car like yes. Let anyone play the board game with me. Alright, what do we got here?
Prophecy fulfilled.
Defeat Charon 2 times. Got not a lot left to do. Divine Pairing's getting close. Lightning Phalanx, that's gotta be Zeus and Athena. Merciful End. Probably Ares and Scintillating Feast. Hunting Blades, that'll be Ares and Artemis. Lightning Rod will be something Zeus related. And then Ice Wine, it's gotta be Demeter and Dionysus. Gotta do Hidden Ixurif. We've only got like a couple things. You know what? This one's been working out. Alright, what's next weapon? Finally! It's been a hot moment since I've used this. And it's finally time to boost it. What do we want for it? Wait, it's still there? Does it just last forever?
Whoa, yeah.
I'm out.
Okay, so it's after the fourth one, the first one explodes. Otherwise, it's dots. And then fourth. This is weird. Melt them. Can I upgrade this to make it worthwhile?
A hidden aspect. This Lucifer won't be needing it. Show yourself. Aid me and live again. Now you are awake.
So let's boost that. Do I have any of the other ones that I mainly use that aren't boosted to 5? Nope. Let's boost it to 5. You have to be boosted to 5. You're not boosted to 5? Well, now we fixed that problem. You're boosted to 5, and you're not boosted to 5. Well, you're boosted to 5, but... Interesting. Gun we haven't done a lot of, so it's back down to 4, so let's dial that right down.
I live again, boyo.
Calisthenics, that'll do what we do.
Need another fancy weapon there or what?
Alright, so let's do that. But yeah. I'ma just basically finish this tale, and like, again, I've had so much to be angry for over the course of fucking all of it. And it comes down to lying to me for that long, creating an environment where I actively was starting to dread something that I had loved for so long, and it all coming down to essentially not belonging. Them wanting me gone in various aspects. So what ended up happening, I took my time off for surgery, and in that time, my admin continued to ingratiate himself to the store and basically give them the impression that I wasn't needed. Because
chaos, huh?
they proceeded to open a job offering to specifically give to him and one other person, which is its own thing. Whatever, it's their prerogative, but putting up a job ad for it when that was your intention was probably stupid, or at least disingenuous to the matter. And the end result of his hiring was, my bit was like, please no, because of the whole lying thing, and obviously the matter of interests of as a trans person and his lack of doing anything when it came to actually assisting with my event at all, other than trying to push forth changes that nobody wanted, except for his small group. And the response from that was then getting immediate pushback, a la like bad YouTuber apology, like, oh, I didn't do anything wrong. I went specifically after his job. I'm only mad because my boyfriend didn't get hired, which neither of us gave a fucking shit. Being accused of all sorts of shit. It was a time, and the sort of apex of it came down to me going in for, because I was still, while I was not doing specifically my crusade thing, the store still had me on assisting for, like, learn to play stuff. And during that, the transphobe came back. After more than a year of him never showing up to a single day where I was operating stuff, he came back. And same day, their new employee, my ex-admin who had sheltered him from any sort of repercussions for more than 6 months, was there at his table chatting with him perfectly fine. And there's every excuse said, like, oh no, he was there chatting with the other person he was playing with. Doesn't fucking matter. What matters is that this person was made welcome. This person who had an active diatribe against me, people like me, and that was welcomed back the moment this person was hired. And it was a massive betrayal of me. And then afterwards, to have him and the store try to bring back what I had done, basically doing everything but saying that it was under my name, trying to say it was the same event, same everything, the same level of quality was going to be assured, etc. And then making it fucking pay to win when they finally got around to it. And I was absolutely fucking infuriated with it, because it was using the name of everything that I had made for all of that time and abusing it. And I got called making drama and fucking harassing staff for saying that I was mad. I didn't make any sort of scene. I said I was mad, and that I wanted them to be divorcing me from this thing because of what had gone on. And I'm still mad. Because that, and the end result of that was them calling me out in front of everyone, trying to make me the villain on it, trying to claim that, oh, everything was done right, and, oh, he's barely there, the transphobe, and, you know, whatever, as he's in their fucking pictures for tournaments. Like, every bit of defense for this person who literally said I do not deserve rights as a fucking human. And I'm not allowed to be mad at that. I'm not allowed to be upset, because I'm just dragging stuff up that happened a fucking year ago. Like, as if that matters. A year ago, I was promised he wasn't going to be back, and it was betrayed. And every bit of promise that I had said, even when I was going to start doing fucking Learn to Play and other things for them, I was like, I'm worried about this person returning and possibly causing issue. And guess what fucking happened? And again, it meant nothing. Every word that they'd said for the better part of 2 years of me doing everything for them meant nothing. At all. And I have wanted to be infuriated. I have wanted to be mad. And I have other people getting fucking mad for me, Because the moment that anyone found out that the whole transphobic thing had happened to me in the first place and had been covered up for the most part, they were pissed at him for hiding it, and for not having this person dealt with, and that came back on me. I'm apparently lying and spreading shit. No, the truth was finally out there and people were mad. The trans community were mad. And they had every fucking right to be mad. And for it to then escalate to them trying to brush everyone's experiences under the rug was even fucking worse. And I want nothing but to be mad, but to scream most of the time with this. Because where does that leave me? Something that I loved, something that I poured years of my life into, years of my effort, years of my art into, is now something that I cannot enjoy. I cannot be a part of it because consistently, time and time again, I have been thrown under the bus for it. I have been made the villain. I have been ostracized, actively harassed, amongst other things, and lies made about me that I cannot do anything about. Except smile, and the moment I want to be mad, be told that I should appreciate that I was used as a fucking stepping stone. But yeah. I have wanted to talk about that for the better part of a month. And the only person, like, the people on my side, the trans community, also know we can't be angry. We want to be. We are in private, but we can't be. Because the moment we make any sort of public outcry towards any of this, we get immediately attacked. My partner actively went to their Google store review to talk about the issue, basically saying that this is what happened, and for a matter of trans safety, your interest will never matter. Unless you basically can get the police to come over and force them to do anything, nothing's ever going to happen. And it's shitty. And to that immediately happening, there was a bunch of, like, pile on. I was like, no, everything's great. They're perfectly accepting. They're all of this and that next thing. Including from the fucking woman who, again, firstly, claimed that I knew about a fucking cheating situation. Secondly, then proceeded to call me the most toxic individual ever for removing someone who was a fucking psychopath from hurting other people. Who, again, threatened violence amongst other things. And I was blamed for every bit of that. Nobody else involved got any sort of flack, which means it's... Yeah. And she actively called my boyfriend abusive. Like, it's a thing. And I just have to sit there and tolerate it. Because to do otherwise is not to be the model minority to get mad and have any excuse made for why my concerns as a marginalized individual do not matter. And all of that now stands between me and something that I loved. And I worry that it will happen with anything. Like, I fucking play Magic, and I worry that that's going to happen there. There's a bunch of fucking trans players who are still at both stores because they don't have any involvement in what happened in 40k, and at least I would hope that fucking Magic has a higher bar of tolerance, or lower bar of tolerance for that kind of shit. Because every fucking time it happens in 40k, it's an excuse of, oh, we can't be removing people because our community's too fucking small. Well, guess what? It's smaller now, because I'm gone. The trans people are once again ostracized from it. There is one place left in this city I am allowed to play this game because I have been soft banned from another because my boyfriend raised a complaint. I've been banned from one for somebody else having a fucking affair with an owner, and banned from a second one for being trans, having trans issues, and talking about it. And again, I want nothing but to be mad, to be infuriated. I'm fucking sitting here in Zagreus's room, rambling endlessly about this because of how much it affects me, how much I'm not allowed to let it affect me, and how much I'm not allowed to talk about it. Because, again, it's being mad, it's not being perfect, and that is the bar of standard that I am fucking held to with every action I take as a streamer, as an author. Every aspect of my life, this aspect permeates, that I am not allowed to be mad at something because I will be ganged up on. Anyway, for those who stayed this long, thank you for listening to me rant. Because I've wanted to get this out since it first happened, and I had a very fucking quiet Baldur's Gate stream with a trigger warning that I might talk about some of this stuff. Because it's a lot. It's... Anyway. I don't think there's more I need to say on it. If you've stayed this far, thank you. I will likely be racing or hosting, and hopefully this is out of my system, for FFR tonight. There's another qualifier race for the upcoming winter tournament. I'm looking forward to it. I'll have Pathfinder tomorrow, where I get to spend time with my friends who have actually stood up and defended me throughout this stuff, actually made it known to the store that this was not acceptable, and we left, and, you know, they lose another place that they could do stuff. It's great. It's great standing up for the right thing and being removed. But they are my friends, and I can't understate how important that is to me right now. The fact that I have friends. I have people who will stand next to me through this. And then Thursday we'll have Baldur's Gate, and hopefully my mood will be significantly better than it was today. Then come the weekend, more winter tournament stuff. I think there's another qualifier on Thursday as well, and then Sunday, and then the async. So we'll have lots of streams this week. Lots of time to make up for it and just have some fun. But till then, thank you everyone for coming out, and I will see you later.